been said, a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. A-fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the final chapter of Oops! All Treasures. I am, of course, your one and only GM, and eternal goddess of everything, Christina. And I am so excited and a little sad to bring you our very final chapter of this incredible, spectacular, and absolutely ridiculous campaign. And speaking of ridiculous, I have the three ladies responsible for the ridiculousness with me here today. And we're going to have a very quick little chat because I want to make sure that we get everything in. A very quick little chat with each of them about how they have enjoyed playing this game or not enjoyed, or some fun little things about playing this campaign for all of the weeks we've been playing it. So, of course, first up, fearless leader. Of course, who are we going to have first? Miss Beautiful Lady Morgan as Keziah. Lady Morgan, how are you out in wherever the heck you are right now?
I'm in Washington State right now, actually.
Yes.
It's lovely. It's actually not freaking hot like it has been over the weekend. It was ridiculous. I've never been. It was just very, very warm, and I had to hide backstage. I've really enjoyed doing this. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope that that we could maybe bring these characters back for some, I don't know, like a holiday special or something.
Ooh, yes, the Star
I'm sure there's going to be.
Wars.
Half of us are going to be down in Louisiana at some point, so maybe we can all
Yeah,
sort of squish into the same room together and figure it out. But
I like that, a holiday special.
yes, and I will say, Rev Tommy, thank you for pointing that out. This is the first time I've ever had become a Loki variant. So
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to own it. I love that people helped me get to that moment. So anytime I get to be a Loki variant is a good day for me.
That's fantastic. And I look forward to, because this is the final episode of this particular campaign, I look forward to the book as often as possible.
Yes.
I love your holy book.
There's a whole series of this, just so everybody's aware, if anybody actually wants it. So it's called Nora Roberts. It's a Black Rose. It's called the In the Garden series, and it's one of her best. And it is just very fun and entertaining, and I love the heck out of it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wait, and yes. Yes.
All right.
And we all have to go by Wookiee names. So, like, I'll be Stinky, you can be Lumpy, somebody can be, like, Barfy, someone can be Toots, like, because, you know,
Toots is a great name. I like it. That's a good name.
And then we have to have like a weird helmet that we put on our heads, and then have some alien lady sing to us in a sexy way that's really inappropriate. Have you ever seen the Star Wars Holiday Special?
No, I thought you were
never mind.
what am I thinking? Not Farscape. What's the one with Bruce Willis? Where the sexy alien lady with the head tail sings opera.
Oh my gosh.
See,
Yeah.
it all goes out of your head after a moment.
Oh my gosh.
Fifth Element, thank you.
Yes, and we're talking about B. Arthur as well. You need to. I will listen. We're going to talk about this all day if we don't. Fifth Element, thank you. We're going to be talking about this all day if I don't. So, speaking of sexy alien ladies, Lady Arabella.
I'm not sure how that ties in, but all right, sure, why not? I am out of this world after all.
There you go.
But
fantastic. So, Klee has very quickly become one of my absolute favorite characters.
Klee has become one of my favorite characters to play as well. It's not often, like normally I get touted as the clever treasure or the wise pun-spitting treasure or the science knowledge treasure. So getting to play an impulsive character who doesn't really think and just kind of does whatever comes to the top of her head at the moment is really fun to do.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say this is very different than any other version of Arabella I've ever seen, where you're very just impulsive and weird and just like, oh, I'm just going to go do a thing, and I'm like, and like that. It's many other treasures have been this way, but not Arabella, and that's fascinating to me.
Which is why I chose to go with it, because I'm like, Arabella's always the one, she's trying to think. So let's have her experience not doing that and see how it goes. And it's been fun.
It's been great. I just love it. You're just like, and then I go in. And I'm like, all right.
Like, and I hit them. There you go. Things I wish I could do often as a customer service person. Just kidding.
And also, absolutely, who knew that Arabella could write such beautiful butt poetry?
I feel like I did. I feel like no. I knew that Arabella could do some very clever things with words. I feel like we've had enough experiences with verses that Arabella has come up with that I think we knew that she was going to be able to create some kind of poetry. But specific poetry is a little outside the realm, but I knew that she could write something good.
We all have to stretch
Absolutely.
ourselves sometimes.
Absolutely. Rounding out our beautiful trio of players, we have the one and only Miss Grisabella wow, played by Lady Agnes. I haven't been drinking. This is water. Everything's fine. Nope, I think you're muted.
Hello!
She's so enthusiastic.
How are you, my darling?
I'm doing quite well always. Yeah, I quite enjoy this as well. I mean, always I'm down for a gaming adventure and
Yes.
Miss Grizz is, well, she's something all right.
Just like every time you're like, I want to get some tuna and I want to take a nap. And
Well,
it's like, don't we all?
Look, I had some of the ways that I crafted this character is I never knew what my motivation for the day was going to be, so I would roll every time beforehand. And sometimes it's tuna, sometimes it's cuddles, sometimes it's naps. You never know. I mean, truly a chaotic character, which I don't know anything about playing a chaotic character.
I feel like that's the next thing that 3D2U needs to make is a 6-sided die that has like not your alignment for the day, but the thing that's going to motivate you. And is it tuna? Is it naps?
Yeah.
We're not making dice. We just got our dice mold, so we're playing.
Yay! Oh, that'll be so much fun. Yeah, no, definitely like write different motivations on it and roll it and see what comes up.
I like it.
That's wonderful.
I have yet to get the EZX word on mine, so we'll see what we roll today.
Ooh, that's exciting. Ooh, what would you... I don't even know who in this caravan you would hook up with. I mean,
Everyone.
Yes. The only one that Willem would be very excited.
Like, have you ever seen... Wait, go ahead, sorry.
Going on and yowling as cats do during that time.
I was about to ask, like, have you ever seen a cat in heat? It's usually just like...
Yeah, just legs everywhere.
Don't
I have a feeling
into the camera. Just
we still haven't finished, I think, all of our dream casting on this. But if Willem is based off of who I think it is, then I have to imagine that not only do other parts of his anatomy become erect, but I bet his eyebrows become erect when he's aroused as well.
Like, you did this on purpose, it just happened, but you're absolutely right.
Just whoop, like, and I bet I could tell him that too. I bet I could tell him, because I know him, and I bet I could tell him that and be like, hey, so we talked about you today, and we have this theory, and I don't know what would happen, but it'd be hilarious. Are any of these ladies going to be at MDRF? No, not any of these. We will have Lady Elsa. I'm trying to remember what everybody's names. Lady Gwendolyn, who is in Oklahoma usually. So Elsa and Gwendolyn have been in Oklahoma a couple of times. And then Sultana Lila will be at Maryland. I promise you we're going to have more announcements coming out because there's a bunch of other things that just came through of like officially signing contracts as best I could remotely. So there'll be more, I promise.
Great. Well, without further ado, because we do have about 2 weeks worth to get through here, but I'm going to do my absolute best. Let us get started on this fantastic adventure. Now, you all finished a huge chunk of this. Last week, we solved a whole murder mystery. We figured out exactly what was going on within the caravan, figured out that there was something inhuman going on and a traitor among us. For those of you who may have missed it, Vollis, who was the poor help me, saved me from one of the very first games we played, turned out to be a traitor.
Yes. I never trusted her, but then nothing happened. So I was like, oh, all right, well, the rest of the caravan's going to take care of her, then so be it. But if I would have come back and then like the caravan would have been like decimated, then I would have been like, oh, hey, it was her.
Yeah. So you have made your way now out of the city outskirts of Eldergard, heading upward toward Baldur's Gate.
Is she
Pretty
still with
long
us? We tied her up the last game, and then we didn't do anything with her. Is Vala still here with us?
Well, that's up to you. What did you choose to do with her?
That's a good question. I mean, we could just tie her to a tree and leave her, but I don't. Ooh! Apparently, we have a consultant that might. Have
We do.
Pushkin, what would you like to do with
Yeah,
the
Pushkin,
evil
what would
lady?
you like to do with the demon worshipper?
He would like to get pets, please.
All right.
So he's going to scream at her at 6 a.m, requiring pets.
Yes.
I guess I would say as long as she's not. I mean, you know what? I'd probably do the thing that they do to Loki every time he gets captured, which is just slap a piece of tape on his mouth so he can't invoke anything. So as long as she's gagged, I guess we can take her to the city.
The sad thing is, Billiam, if he were still with us, would write some beautiful butt poetry about her getting gagged and tied to a tree.
Very true.
Just
Very
some guy
true.
says, tie her to a tree and leave.
And leave. Ah.
Also, we have a suggestion for Tiny Rage to peck out her eyes. And then we have lots of creative things here. Just sit on her chest, cut the life out of her.
Yeah.
Fire ant
probably
hill,
do that.
honey, and several cuts. As someone who stepped on a fire ant hill in Louisiana, I can tell you
It's not fun.
No, that is no
Mhm.
fun.
Mhm.
I mean, I literally have burning hands. I could just roast her alive, but it's this sounds like a what do you do with a demon worshiper? What do you do?
What do you do? Tie her to a tree and
Roast her alive.
fly on a tree and roast her alive.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like,
Yeah.
No, I don't feel completely right doing that, and because we could potentially glean some information from her. Let her go. It was a misunderstanding. That's what. Yeah. But I speak Infernal, so if at any point she starts actually invoking things, I'll just keep like kind of casually holding fire in my hand like an angry
Great.
Zuko and just waiting for the moment where I can blast her.
Kazaya, every time she tries to invoke something, let me know. I'll punch another tooth out.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
I like
Yes. Let's make Klee the enforcer.
All right.
I'm certainly not going to do it.
All right. Well, then I guess that we have Klee keeping a very close eye on our captive, our little oh boy, amazing. As you are traveling up to Baldur's Gate with the caravan. So they're traveling up north through that mountain pass called the Great Trade Way. It's a large road that stretches all the way north, passing through the outskirts and upward.
Were you gonna sneeze?
Please
Don't worry about it.
dental practice.
Knock the demons out of your teeth. That's
I
right.
have played this particular game before, and that was absolutely their thing too. It was like, we have a shillelagh, let's just take them with us. Just
Hilarious.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it. It seems you have demons in your teeth. Let me do cocaine about it.
Gotta love that old timey medicine.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Old timey medicine. Give me that old timey medicine.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Apparently, this is the musical episode, so
I guess. I mean, we're musicians.
I'm
It's like we
so
do
okay
this.
with it. So okay. I mean, the fact that we haven't had a musical episode yet is actually a little disappointing.
Right?
Surprising, yeah.
we had a Pizza the Hut episode, so might as well. Lord
man.
degrees.
All right.
I'm not doing this because I'm bored. I really do have like ragged nails. I'm trying to take care of them.
That's a very Kazaya thing to do, though. I would
Yeah,
not
it is,
question
it is.
it.
Right, I was like, not at
Opening my
all.
clothes. Yeah.
She's just sitting in the
All right.
wagon watching the girl cleaning her nails, and I'm like, just let me know. Just let me know.
Let me know.
Just let me know.
All right. So this long journey hasn't been without its hardship, but you all have made it. Hungry, tired, cold, wet. Reaching the city is really a relief for you. The streets outside of the gate are full of people. It is a bustling, seedy-looking area. Everyone's rushing about their business and slowing your road travel to really a crawl. The Grand City of Baldur's Gate, which lies behind Baldur's Gate. It's a wealthy port city along that river path. And this it was a famous port. It was named after Balduran, the great adventurer. The city is sometimes just known as the Gate. It's protected by large walls, punctuated by these big iron gates locked overnight. The gates leading into the lower city are watched by a group of mercenaries called the Flaming Fist. And the gates that lead into the more prestigious upper city inside those walls are manned by the Watch. So, the populated areas outside the city's gates are called the Outer City. And these busy little neighborhoods, all kind of stacked haphazardly together outside that gate, have very little in the way of real law enforcement. So you gotta watch out for those mercenaries. They're kind of patrolling all of the seedier parts of Baldur's Gate. Lots of dark alleys, teeming with malevolence. A lot of
sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah. When we arrive, are we the only refugees? Has this happened to other communities, or is it just only our community decided to become a demon-infested sinkhole?
So, as far as you can tell, you are the only ones who have experienced your entire city sinking into the ground. But of course, the world of Urt is always teeming with all sorts of terrible, terrible things, all sorts of different calamities, malevolence, and nonsense, even here in the Source Lands, which I know you folks who've been watching this series for a while have gotten used to the areas of Urt. Source Lands is no different. There's all kinds of stuff happening. So you are not the only refugees, although your reason is very different from others.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. My cabbages!
Cabbages.
Every time they do one of those, like, what's your birth sign? That means I always get the freaking cabbages guy. I always do.
Aww.
Although he's a really great, like, through line for the shows, but still. No, and every time you're like, oh, you know, you're used to Urt. It has disasters. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, thanks, Paulo. Thanks.
I mean, we saw what happened on the Tuscany coast. It's bad enough. And everything before and everything that will happen after on next week's episode with a new season. Anyway. Sorry. Anyway.
Never apologize.
So you have arrived. It is early morning. And you're very happy to have arrived. And you are just passing through on your carts through this very narrow road, all muddy. And the gates teem and loom overhead, very imposing. What is it that you would like to do, folks?
All right, first I'd like to put an ad in the local paper looking for an old rich widow.
Grisabella's got business.
I got business!
That's great.
But also that's my whole goal in life is just to be taken care of by a rich old widow.
We will keep an eye out for a scribe. There should be plenty available. There's lots of ramshackle sort of market stalls you're passing by. I'm sure you pass a scribe. I'm sure that can get started for you.
Perfect. Love it.
So I guess what does Dara really? Yes, thank you, Reptophy, doing hierarchy. A rich widow I requested. Something.
I
don't know. I've got a new boyfriend named Daryl. Sorry. That's another thing. So what does Dara want to do? Does she want to go to, is this the kind of situation where you want to go to the head of whatever the community is and say like, hey, our community just disappeared?
I asked for a widow who was rich. They got me a widow who was a bitch. I'm sorry, what? Yes. Dara is just as tired as everyone else. And she has expressed that her number one objective is to get everyone through that gate because she believes that whatever has sunk in the city, there's all these infernal events going on. There were cultists Clearly, there's, they're trying to raise devils from the news that she's heard from you. The safest thing in her mind is to get inside the gate safely. So likely, yes, you would have to find someone who is in charge to probably register and, give your identification. You probably need to go through someone. But ideally, if something were to happen, those gates can be closed and locked, and there is that mercenary group that could defend the city.
All right.
I mean, I guess I don't know what's going on exactly right now, but if we can get some kind of a meeting with a higher up, possibly with Dara, I would like to back her up on what's going on and possibly bring Valis as evidence, I suppose.
Sure. All right. So,
Or she could gaslight everybody. Nobody would know what was going on. Like, oh no, these people captured me. I'm just an innocent woman. Oh no.
He
They'll
will make her
believe.
speak the truth.
I want it to just keep punching her like, no, I'm just an innocent. All right, I'm going to speak in Infernal again. Thanks. Try speaking in Infernal without any teeth.
all right. So,
You're right. It's just a cool headband. No one needs to be worried. It's just a cool headband that I like to touch.
Nothing to see here.
You don't need to cast Stone of Truth. I just punch them to truth.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You've got a Klee. I don't know what you think you need more than that, but you got yourself a Klee.
Really don't.
All right, so as you approach the gates, you see that a few of those mercenaries are standing there. They are wearing their black and white tabards with the outline of a fist, and they greet you by saying, "Halt, brother."
There's something about this that we have to wrap back around. What was the thing that we came up with? That this, yes.
Yes,
We were our own little organization of
brother.
vaginas in the sky.
There are vaginas in the sky.
There are fake
Terrible vaginas in the
Oh God! Oh, that would be really frightening.
Down low with the world you love.
I'm kind of
Just how
wondering now
small you are.
if the vaginas in the sky lead to it's raining men later.
Oh, hey, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I don't want it raining babies. No, not raining
New
babies.
song idea.
Yay!
Vaginas in the sky, raining men.
Or would
No,
it be
you know what it needs? It needs to transition into Ghost Riders in the sky.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Riders in the sky.
The sky.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
That's
All
good.
right.
You thought this was going to be a wrap-up episode. Good luck.
This is going swimmingly, y'all.
It's good.
Oh,
No,
well.
we've gotten places. It's not like there's nothing going on. It's just there's a lot of comedy going on in the background.
Too much comedy.
So
Is there
as you
such a
approach the
thing?
gates and you are greeted with, brother, the largest and most imposing of those mercenaries looks you up and down and says, "Oh, nobody gets in here without permission."
I got your permission. It's right here.
With Dara, yeah.
Yep.
He's just gonna square up with him, even though she's much shorter than him, and be like,
Nope. Keep watching the captive, Clee. We got this.
I just. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, we are refugees from a small community that sunk into the ground and then was possessed by demons. I don't know who we're supposed to speak to. We'll gladly do that, but we really need to tell important people what's going on because it got bad out there.
Is that what's going on? Your poor little town went sinky winky into the ground, did it? Well, you'll have to talk to Flame Fulburn. She's in charge of the flaming fist round here.
What was that name again?
Flame Fallburn.
Flame Fallburn.
Don't you think that is just a little bit on the nose?
What's on my nose?
They're not bright here.
It's a metaphor, darling.
What's a metaphor?
What is it for?
That's a good question. I have no idea what's it for.
The screaming goat.
Right, Clyde.
Oh, Clyde's my friend.
Clyde and I got really close over this last few days.
All right, listen, you take your little refugees and your screaming goat and you go find Flame Fallburn. Her office is right around the corner there by the gate.
She's got an office.
Oh, sure. Her favorite thing in the world is paperwork.
Sounds terrible.
I'm kind of curious what an office looks like in this environment. Just like, is it decorated in IKEA furniture? Like, what does it look like?
An office. There's like a picture of like an embroidered, I don't know, like dog on the wall, and then there's like little knickknacks that like do the little tick 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 thing on her desk.
There's an original painting of a cat sort of hanging off of something that says, "Hang on, good things are coming your way."
Yeah. Like motivational, like embroidery on the walls.
Ancient motivational posters. Yeah.
Like what? Consult the book. What was the book give us for motivation?
What is the ancient motivational poster that we find in Flamio's office? I prefer staying home New Year's Eve. Lily gives me the perfect excuse, and I'm looking forward to having her to myself.
Amen.
Absolutely. I am motivated and caffeinated.
All right. Are you taking Dara with you? Are you taking Volus with you?
All of them. Everyone, let's go. All of it.
We can all fit in the office.
Yes, we can. Let's
try.
We'll pack them in like sardines.
So,
it fits.
as you are trying to make this decision, Dara suggests that since everyone is exhausted, they're going to sort of park the carts, try and feed the animals that you've taken with you, and let everyone rest for a bit. And she volunteers to help Gorin watch Volus if you would like to leave her behind, or you can take her with you, whichever you'd prefer. But she thinks that everyone should take a bit of a rest.
I think we should take her with us.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned that they won't be able to handle her. And Clee likes to punch her, so I feel like it would be a sad moment if she didn't have her.
And honestly, I like to watch Clee punch her.
All right. Excellent. So you make your way with your struggling and sort of out of it prisoner.
It's going to be a hell of a meeting. Like,
And
hey, how's it going? I've got this like beat up lady standing next to me. But I swear to God, we're here because like something happened to our community.
Yes. So, so you arrive to the office of Flame Darren Fallburn. She's a very, very tall woman with a very severe, chopped straight haircut. Very tidy office. It has an embroidery of a dog on one wall, an original oil painting of a cat hanging off a branch on the other wall, and on her desk are piles of paperwork, all organized and labeled, but piled up nonetheless. And in the center is a little knick-knack going tick, 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 tick.
We've ever dreamed of an ancient office.
And as you walk in, she is staring at her document-covered desk, and she has worry all over her face. And she looks up at you and says, "Welcome to Baldur's Gate. Is it everything you've hoped for, friends?"
I mean, not yet. We haven't actually got in the gate part. That's why we're here.
Yes. What is it that you have with you?
Oh, that's an evil demon lady.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Pardon?
So we escaped from a small town whose name I continually forget. I apologize. And while we were on our way, this particular lady, Volus, tried to summon the archdevil Zariel, which is why she's gagged right now, because if
I
she
punched
starts
her
to
in the
speak
face and she stopped. It's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of teeth missing too. But yeah, we think that might have something to do with why our community has sunk into the ground and disappeared. So we're kind of hoping that our community can be here for a while to keep us safe.
I believe the little town fell into hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the planes of hell.
So
That's about the sum of it. Yeah.
a local town has fallen into hell, and you drag with you someone who was possessed by a demon that likely came out of the hell hole.
Yes, partially as evidence and partially just to make sure she didn't murder anybody else. I don't know what kind of justice you have going on here.
And you brought that person with you to my city.
I mean, if you want to kill her, that's fine. We just figured we'd show her off as evidence.
Yes, and possibly that you could gain some information from her. I don't know if this is the kind of thing that's happening in other communities, but if it did, then you would have someone potentially in your dungeons that you could be able to, I don't know, torture for information.
Yeah, I guess that too. Cut off her tongue maybe, and then make her write the information down so she doesn't summon anything.
I was gonna say, like, how are we talking information then? But that was a very good idea, Clee. Good job.
Clee had
Can
smart
I have a real quick question. Can I have that?
What?
The little tick, 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 tick.
She's been completely mesmerized by the thing on the table. I also wanted to point out just briefly that we're talking about like an ancient, oil painting of a cat. But have you seen like the oil paintings of cats that keep coming out of like people discovering like drawings of cats in the sides of books, and they're all like fat and disproportionately really weird looking,
like medieval illuminated texts.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
so
like
it's not just a picture of a cat. It's not like a nice oil painting of a realistic cat. It's like a weird fat cat that has like, one leg is too short, one leg is too long. Like someone who's never seen a cat before, who just had an enormous cat walk into her office, has a cat picture on her wall that looks like a 5-year-old drew it with oil painting.
There's also one that has like this great facial expression that just looks like this.
Yes.
I
picture those ones, and I love the horse ones.
Yes.
Yeah. I also picture that Grisabella, while in between, like looking at the thing that goes back and forth, will occasionally keep trying to make the face of the cat on the wall, just like, oh, dude. Yep.
How do I make myself flat?
It's just that continually. All right, sorry, that was all a tangent, but it was important. Very important for the visuals of the audience, so that they know what's going on.
Yeah, no. It's good. Yes. Flame Fallburn sort of looks at you, kind of tilts her head to the side and says, "Be my guest."
Where are you going to put that? Where are you
In
going
my
to put
pocket.
that? You do have a lot of pockets.
I do
In
have
the
a lot.
meantime, if you are who you say you are, and this is who you say it is, then we should have no problem asking her some questions. Please, if you will, and she snaps her fingers, and a few guards come from the next room over to help, and they ungag her, Volus, and she begins to question Volus and asks if what you say is true, and Volus, in her broken, toothless mouth, still completely dazed, looks around and says, "Where am I? What happened?"
Oh, good. I'm so glad that she's doing that. This is
Great.
Hey, Clee, I don't know if you want to try to threaten her a bit and see what happens.
Clee wants to intimidate Lady and be like, "Don't lie. You know what happened."
Roll for intimidation?
Yep, go for it.
Let's see. That's going to be a 17.
All right, so as you swoop in, very close to Volus's face, she turns white with fear, begins to tremble, and says, the last thing I remember was that I was sleeping, and then I woke up in the caravan, and then I was here. Please don't hurt me.
She's lying.
Yes, and should we produce the other evidence that we had, like the dagger that she had and the book, and I can produce witnesses from the community? I mean, do you want me to go all lawyer on this? Because I can. I don't know if you need me to. I can summon Dara. I can summon Gorin, who charged us with investigating. I can tell you the symbol that was carved on the poor person's chest who was murdered.
Or do you think that nice demon guy will come and testify with us?
What, Archdevil Zariel?
No. The other one, the one that we let go.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, God, right. We could probably ask him if he wanted to be here. Not that I really want to call a demon into a court setting.
Oh. They're bound by law, right? In some kind of way.
But he didn't owe us any favors, really. We weren't the ones that released him.
That's true.
It seems as though the three of you are wasting my time. All I see is a poor little girl who is terrified and broken, and she's being abused by all of you. Now, I don't disbelieve your story that hell has broken free. I have heard the news, and I have seen the smoke coming over the mountainside. But what I see is that you're abusing this poor innocent person.
This innocent person literally slaughtered somebody and carved things in their chest, and either she's playing innocent or the possession of the demon wore off and she might be innocent now, but the demon that was in her definitely wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I pop on her desk and just kind of settle in. Can't you just take us at our word?
Oh, God. Are you going to try to persuade her with that? I mean, You're looking for a hot widow. I guess this might qualify.
I need to, divulge a bit of information that I would never share in any other context, but since we're saying, what the inspiration for each of these guys is, in my brain, Flame Fallburn is Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet, but then the minute that you joined this beautiful campaign, you look exactly like.
I didn't even put those two together.
It's just like a mirror image. Now my brain can't handle it.
I mean, look, Miss Grace is not at all like Captain Amelia, but
I know, but visually.
Wait, what does she say? Picture. She's very stuffy.
Yes.
I mean, if anyone is well versed in hitting on yourself, I suppose that I have the sort of top level of that, and I think it's perfectly acceptable. I'm ready for it.
Well, looking at Grisabella very in a very confused manner, she says, well, the best thing I can do is give you a chance. So,
a chance we'll take.
Friends, if you will take this poor woman and at least, guilty or not, get her cleaned up, get her a bite to eat, some water, and perhaps we can get more information out of her later. But in the meantime, it's time for paperwork for all of you, my absolute favorite part of the day. So if you don't mind, I have all of these forms I would like for you to fill out. And you can fill them out in any order you like, but you're going to need to provide me with, let's see, where is that list? Each one of your caravan has to provide me with a full accounting of each member of your party with the name, occupation, age, and criminal record. If you have carts and pack animals, they are not permitted within the city. Everyone must enter on foot. Confirmation from a cleric or a lay healer that resides within Baldur's Gate confirming that you are free of disease. You must have arrangements made with inns, temples, or relatives that are willing to house you. You cannot sleep on the streets. And each of you must have arrangements to work for the benefit of the city. If you could take this back to your group, that would be best. And when you're all finished, you can bring it back to me, and we can get started on letting you into the city.
I mean, it just feels like I'm applying to another housing development again. Oh, good. Yes, sure. I'm glad to do that, and happy to provide whatever accounts we need to, I suppose. What?
I don't have hands.
I can write things down for you. I'm not expecting that. That's your excuse. Oh no, I can't write. I don't have hands. What?
I don't have hands.
I don't have hands.
As you hold them up.
I don't have hands. What the hell are those then?
I don't know.
Roll for persuasion. I just want to see what happens.
I am curious now. Oh no, I don't have hands.
Wait,
Opposable thumbs. All right, opposable thumbs. You can all believe. You literally put your hands up to say, "Oh no, I don't have hands."
A natural 19, but I have proficiency in persuasion, so that's a +6.
Wow.
Okay. Flame Flopper. Mad.
Not a euphemism.
Johnny O'Twitch says, come on, give her a hand.
She has a learning disability where she can't write because she doesn't have fingers, I guess.
I just unretract my clothes. I can't hold anything.
I can only make biscuits. I can't write.
Looking at your poor, pathetic little fingies, and realizing that if you're this desperate to make such a bold statement, you must be really desperate to get in the gate. Flame Falburn says, well, perhaps you can earn your way in.
We're down for earning things. I'm good at this.
Let me think for a moment. And as she says this, the door bursts open, and another member of the Flaming Fist comes in. Roll her up.
It's on fire.
Oh, that's what that is. I was like, you don't do this though, right? Like, if you're gonna do this, you're not gonna go like, woo, when you get in there. Like, it's not. This is not. You're not trying.
Listen, everybody has their thing. Don't judge.
Just a reminder that this is a Chase Treasure show.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the symbol of the Flaming Fist.
So, as the good book would say, so it's all in my mind.
Yes.
Yep. It's all in my mind.
All in your
If
mind.
they reach that far up, I mean,
Whee!
Like a
The
puppet.
lyrics I'm thinking of, yeah.
Anyway,
Turn around and take my hand.
we're doing a really good job at this final chapter, guys.
We are winning today. This is great. And it's
On it.
very, very particular in the way we're just making sure that the audience can really see everything.
Oh,
just really
absolutely.
completely visualize all of the things that are happening.
Yep. So,
also immersion.
a very harried member of the Flaming Fist comes in, greets very quickly, and says, Flame Falburn, well, please, I need to tell you, there's been a murder last night. It was a grisly murder, another one of those. And the victim, they had a letter on them. I need to tell you, we have the body under control. It's covered up now, but there are witnesses and all sorts of things. We need your assistance.
Is it a murder of a grizzly? Just out of sheer curiosity, because that wouldn't be
Did a
strange
grizzly
with the
kill
company.
Not
I've
out
seen.
of the realm of possibilities, for
Right,
sure.
right.
No, it was a person.
Oh,
It was-
all right.
Oh.
We can certainly help with that. We just solved another murder.
Yes,
The murderer, but
I'm really good at that.
we're surprisingly good at it. I'm kind of shocked most of the time, but we're good.
All right. Well, if that is the case, then I suppose that I could use the assistance. If you would like to earn your way in, I'm happy to leave you with my guards here. And since I have all this paperwork to take care of, if you would please retrieve for me as many clues as you can and help me with this murder investigation. If it all goes well, perhaps I will forget about all this paperwork and let you through
Ooh.
in your group. But for now, it seems as though the three of you are going to enter through the gates. Enjoy Baldur's Gate, you three.
Ooh.
Well, that's where the murder is, so you have to go through.
Oh, good. Oh, all right. I understand.
I just reach out a paw and put it like right there, and I just say thanks.
All right. The guard guides you out the door while Flame Fulbert is going. Huh. And
looking at her cat photo and is like, "Is this what you're really like?"
getting another dog embroidery. And walks you to the gate, gestures to his fellow flame members, fist members, and they gesture back, brother, and you are escorted through the gates into the lower city. And now it's time for confessions. Do-do-do. Into the city. I know how to...
I guess it's just me now doing this. I don't understand how you can like come in really fast anywhere and just be like, brother, like I don't know how you like do that quick. There's a lot of pre-work that usually goes into that kind of thing, and I'm just not quite sure how it all works. For as the good book shall tell me, to be frank, Jane, I intend to bribe you to get them for me. I'd help you get yourself employed and established, give you a little seed money if you needed it in exchange, but I'm going to do that for you anyway.
Clee has a nice collection of teeth from that lady who had the demon. She can't wait to put them under a pillow and have the tooth fairy come get them and give Clee lots of money.
Well, looks like we're off for another murder-solving thing. Detective work, I guess? This is a new avenue that I have not yet explored, really. Maybe I'm good at it. Maybe I should become a private detective. Miss Grisabella business for all your murder needs. I'll have to work on it.
All right. And for those of you who have joined us tonight, thank you so much for joining the very last episode of Oops, All Treasures. So I do have a few things that I want to make sure you are aware of before we get back to the very last bit of this adventure. And you're going to want to stick around for that because goodness knows we have another murder on our hands, on our fists. Yeah, I would like to make sure that everyone is aware of just a couple of things. First of all, that we have a wonderful sponsor, Mag of Holding. And we still have our fantastic little commercial. So without further ado, here's a very familiar face to tell you all about Mag of Holding.
So that's what a jib is. Oh! Oh, ahoy there. I didn't hear you walk the plank to come in. I'm Captain Red Swash Rogers of the Buckle and Swash Show. And the more astute of you might observe that I am also the Gloom Master right here at Gothic Horror Gaming on Nat 21 Adventures on Twitch on Thursday nights. Are you like me? I highly doubt it. However, let us say, for the sake of argument, that you have a group of gamer friends who desire something new. They crave adventure. Perhaps they want to feel the wind in their sails and salt spray on their faces. But where do you, as the Dungeon Master, turn in order to create these fabulous worlds? Why, look no further than our friends at Mag of Holding. That's right, the publication Mag of Holding is putting out a new supplement, Pirates and Seafaring for 5e. Head right on over to Kickstarter and you can find it right there. This tome contains a vast sum of resources. See what I did there? A vast. Oh, they have new monsters, new encounters, new PCs, new NPCs, a chest overflowing with new magical items, new spells, and so much more. So, go over to Mag of Holding and receive their publication, and also be sure to back their Kickstarter for their Pirates and Seafaring book for 5e. And until then, I must ask you to roll for initiative. Oh. I got a 1.
All right. And once again, that is Mag of Holding, available on Kickstarter. Definitely check that out. Thank you a million times over for sponsoring today's episode and last week's episode and future episodes, because Mag of Holding is awesome. Also, I want to make sure you're all aware about Savage Moon D&D Gone Wild. That is starting this Sunday. Is that this Sunday? Yes. Or did it already happen? What's today? I don't even know. Yes, it already happened. Starting last Sunday, but I do want to make sure you do know about it and you keep watching. If you started that, sorry, I had a moment. I've been having a moment because, as you can see, I'm dealing with cats and birds and fists. So forgive me, but it's that show, guys. It's that show. But I will make sure that you do know Savage Moon Una lives high in the sky above the world of Urt. The gods have abandoned it, and all who live there. And here, only the strong survive. Oh my goodness. I just want to make sure you knew about that. This is water, but I do think I should have poured myself something a little stronger because I should have known today was going to be a very unique game. Oh boy. And speaking of unique, everyone, yes, thank you. I'm bringing back all of the most unique members of this game. Keziah, Klee, and Grizabella. Oh my goodness. Keziah, you look lovely. What on earth?
I had to wear them in honor of Billiam.
Oh.
I honestly forgot I had these with me, and then I was like, oh no, I have to wear them. I have to wear them in the game. So
Billiam.
Thanks, Victoria's Secret.
Every time pink panties are worn, we will remember fondly our fallen friend.
Now I feel kind of bad because I bet Dan Kostelik is going to get weird gifts now, and he'll be like, "What the hell's going on? What did you do to me?"
Everyone who is watching, please, if you're thinking of doing anything fun with your future fair weekends, please provide Master Shakespeare with pairs of pink underwear. And don't tell him where it came from.
Don't say a word. Just
like
wordlessly, just drop him the pink
Just
panties.
put them in the tip chest.
The tip chest.
The tip chest, just without. Oh, he's going to be one confused.
It's even better if you put your tip inside of them.
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
$5 bill wrapped up in a pair of pink panties and put them into his tip chest. Yeah.
There we go.
Please. Ironically, this is not the first time I have asked someone to give, or I've provided underwear to Shakespeare.
Really?
I got him a pair of Tommy Wiseau brand underwear for Christmas a few years back. So for some reason, all of my gifts to that poor man are underwear related.
That makes my heart just so very happy. Like there's something about that just makes me glow.
Wait, say that word again. I'm just
glow.
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 What?
It sounds like you're saying glue.
No, that's glue.
This is glow.
Glow.
Glow. All right.
Glow.
Whatever.
Glow.
I'm wearing underwear on my head.
Glasgow.
So, before you had left the office of Flame Fallburn, you were handed a letter. It was the letter that was recovered from the body. And as you cross into that beautiful, imposing iron gate, the guard who is escorting you asks for you to read it out loud because he's not able to read.
Was it mail time?
Here's the mail, it never fails.
When
It comes in one well mail.
Do we have to say, oh look, it's a letter from our murdered friends?
Do you know that in the current Blue's Clues, it's no longer mail, it's email. You get it on your smartphone.
He's got a smart. Does he even have a notebook anymore? What is this show?
No, it's on his phone.
We just got a letter. We just
We
got
just got
a
a
letter. Is that not a thing anymore?
We just got an email. We just got an email. We just got an email.
Okay, AOL. What's that now?
Oh my gosh. Also, in the new Blue's Clues, the new Steve is hot. So there's that.
I have to say, of all of the Steves have been pretty on point. I've liked all of the Steves. Are they all Steve? They're all, no. There was like a Steve. There was Joe.
Joe was like a little like scruffier.
Yeah, he was fun. I liked him. I'm trying to remember what the other ones' names were, because then there was another one as well, and they've all come back at least once. They all did like a wrap-up episode at one point, come back and say like, "Oh yeah." Also, no idea why Blue never grows up or just dies. You know, like it's been over 15 years. How old is this dog? I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. Is it immortal? Does it have friends?
It's like James Bond.
All right. It's just
or that goldfish that keeps dying and you're
replacing it with an identical
the same
dog.
Goldfish. No one knows.
No one knows.
Just some guy says that they clone Blue.
They clone, exactly.
Yes.
it's a demonic fiddle.
That's the one.
That's it.
That's
it.
That means he's a warlock.
Speaking of, we just got a letter. It is not mail time. This actually, if someone would like to roll an investigation to check out the letter,
I will
do that. What? No, you can't. You can't read.
I rolled a 2.
I can read.
You can't write. I don't think that you can read if you can't
I didn't say I can't write. I just said I didn't have hands.
What do you use? Like your freaking tail? You just scribble?
One claw.
Just
when I want to.
This is everybody's like argument in schools of like, oh, we shouldn't kids are just lazy, they don't have learning disabilities. Like no, some of them are just cats and they don't have opposable thumbs.
some of them are cats.
I rolled a 15.
All right.
I rolled a 16.
All right, well, if both of you would like to check it out, sorry, Clee, you can see that the letter itself was written somewhere around like 10 days ago, based on the date. The envelope is worn, and it's got to be before everything sunk into the ground, because it was from someone to someone in Eldergard.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of you reads it out loud. Who's it going to be?
I'm good at reading.
All right, Keziah, you read the letter, and it says, "Dearest Segrin.
Segrin?
I hope this letter finds you well. It has been long since our grandfathers served together in Eldergard, and seemingly just as long since we last visited. I know you may find it cowardly that I would contact you after my father's decision to abandon Eldergard and even our own name, but he has been gone some 24 years now, and I feel that a return home is inevitable. I write to you to inquire about grandfather's old farm. Does it yet remain untended and in the family? Is there an opportunity for us to return and raise sheep there? Truth is that we no longer feel safe here. Baldur's Gate is a great city, and we always knew that it was a violent one, yet lately, tragedy has struck twice close to home, and I feel at times scared to even walk home from the workshop. I know that you owe us no kindness, but still, taking pity on your old kin and write back whether a return home would be possible. Signed, your friend, Marcus Hallgate."
Friend. All right. But of kin, though.
Second cousin.
Oh, all right. So Segrin owned the inn, and he's still in a coma, theoretically. All right. So is the letter was found on this person? Can we? I guess we have to go look at the body and see if that's actually Marcus Hall.
Sure.
Could you imagine that? I had really important mail to send, and I just carried it around in my pocket for 10 days, and then I got murdered. That would suck.
Oops. So you head through the gates to the lower city district. Most of the city's crafters and laborers have their homes and businesses in this era. It forms a distinct crescent shape around the harbor. The best way to visualize the lower city, imagine like a set of horseshoes stacked on top of each other, not unlike steps of like an amphitheater. So houses, bridges, and haphazard structures crisscross each other in a chaotic maze of cobblestone streets that are home to the majority of the city's working class population. And as you head through those cobblestone streets in that busy, foggy morning to the crime scene, the sun is shining brightly. You can hear the bustle of daily commerce beginning. And so you come upon a member of the Watch, not just a member of the Fist, but a member of the Watch from the inner city, a male dwarf named Velnar. And
is it a watch on the wrist of the Fist?
Yes. They are the wrist of the Fist. The Fist wrist, as they say.
I guess that's how they say it now.
Fist wrist.
And he is standing above the body in a small alley just off a busy street.
Right, so I guess we should talk to him?
Yeah, of course. I'm totally serious.
Yep.
Your panties on your head.
I did, yeah.
He's gonna go up to the guard and be like, "Did you do it?"
What? No, Clee, come on.
This is how we
Not
saw
that
the last
quick.
murder. I asked
No,
everybody, "Did you do it?"
Yeah, but that was a way smaller population, Clee. That's not effective here.
Oh, okay.
We got an assistant anyway. He just
We
showed
do.
up. All right. I guess I will approach Zelnar and say that we were sent by. This is what happens when I don't write the names down.
The nice lady in the office.
The leader of the Fist.
Flamey lady.
Flamio, yes. We were sent by Flame Lady.
Flamio
Flame. Flambe.
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 Now I regret not naming her Flambe. Thank you.
She's a
Firecrackle Sparkle Stick.
she's a flum babe.
Yes!
Oh,
See, that one's clever. That's the difference. It's a clever one. It's not just ooh.
I believe that's a portmanteau.
Ooh.
When you smush two words together, it's like my favorite thing.
Velnar says, I'm not supposed to let anyone in and out. Are you talking about Flame Fulburn?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes,
we were
please.
escorted into the city by another flamey person, or I don't know.
Yeah,
a fisty
flame
person.
sideburns. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
Please, come take a look, but quickly, I have to get this body out of here. You know how people are. They're going to clog up the alleyway trying to get a peek. Come on.
Why is this dwarf like a Harry New York?
1920s,
Yeah.
like announcer from the Bronx.
Yeah.
He's
All
very
right, come on, a
cultured.
lot of things to see, not much to do. Let's get going.
All right.
Like John Mulaney in a bathroom. Yeah.
Clearly a John Mulaney that has been slightly shrunk and just sort of like compressed.
Yeah, that's it. Just put into a pressure cooker.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
It's a shrinky dink.
A shrinky dink. Don't say that around the dwarf. That's a slur.
Nope, that's mean. All right, so we shall follow John Mulaney and he will tell us what's going on.
As he heads toward the body, which is covered in a tarp, he tells you, I know that the body was discovered last night by a passerby around 3 bells.
Never stop. No. You gotta know. This has got to be my favorite.
That's the best voice.
The
There's no one
best.
else to pull that off in this channel. That voice right there.
We
All right,
don't
Tom-
do enough mid-Atlantic in this
Yeah.
world.
Tommy Abbott, we found the clip of the day. It's just so good. So good. All right. All right. So I guess we'll go examine the body under the tarp.
All right. So you pull back the tarp and you see that the body is lying face up, and there is a single stab wound made by something that had to be very slender and very pointed. and there's not a lot of blood, but the body does seem to have been already, the rigor mortis has already set in. So if someone would like to do a medicine check.
I have a +0 in that. I don't know who's got good medicine.
None of us. So let's all try it.
Let's see what happens.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Oh lordy, not one. So
I also not one. That.
Glee, save us, Glee!
I rolled a 3.
So glad.
This is going so well, you guys.
I think they got stabbed with a brick.
I think that Keziah goes, they're still alive!
They accidentally moved.
Grace goes, perform CPR immediately!
All right, Klee, you got an advantage, so go ahead and roll again.
Try it again,
While
Klee,
Grizz
please.
is doing-
That one's a 9.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, you know enough to tell them to stop. This person's dead. Please stop.
No. The person's dead. See, they're what we in the business call a stiff.
You're in the
Because
business?
they're stiff.
Wait. You're not. Well, my name's Business.
I mean, nope, not gonna say it.
Nope. That's somebody else's fan fiction. We're not going to go there.
Right. If anyone would like to
Could we try an investigation? We're a little bit better posed.
That would be
Yes.
good.
I'm better at that. I'm better at investigation.
That's another 2.
I also got a 2. which is
16!
I-
Thank
Oh,
you,
It's
Isabella.
in the
Good.
trash basket and getting
I get +4 to investigation, so we're good.
Grisabella, you notice that there are, as you sort of
Infected.
play with the body and really inspect it, you notice that there are exit wounds, suggesting the weapon was long enough to pass all the way through the body. And you notice that because the blood is mostly dried, the murder had to have happened during the night and not in the morning. And you also notice that there is writing surrounding the body written in blood.
Hooray!
It was definitely written with probably like finger painted because there's no brush marks on it. And yeah, it's written in Infernal.
I got it.
Yeah.
I can actually speak Infernal. I'm so conveniently I actually can. I don't think I have to roll to do that.
Can I take out my rapier and kind of compare?
Just stick it through the hole.
Like, just like kind of prop him up and like put the. I think it was a rapier, guys.
I'm so glad that we're random strangers that just came into town and started just stabbing a corpse and then trying to resuscitate it. And
This is very Sherlock Holmes.
It fits as well as a scabbard. Yeah, it's great. I think Sherlock would be proud.
Yes.
So
The rifling on this rapier is a perfect match to this.
Sherlock Holmes.
take out your rapier, Sherlock Holmes. You notice very quickly that the rapier is actually much too wide to have made these holes.
It's not a rapier, guys.
It's a stiletto or something, I guess.
And as you are doing this, Keziah, you are translating the writing, and it reads, "For the Fallen." And there's another larger symbol that was drawn, but it was smudged. So you can't really make out what it was.
Right.
Knowing that Grisabella figured out the symbol before for the Archdevil, because Zariel, does it look similar to that symbol that we saw carved on Billiam's chest?
Similar enough, but again, it's completely smudged. So from what little you could see, there's a chance it could be that symbol, but not enough. Actually, when they draped the tarp, it probably dragged the symbol, and it's sort of like a hand on a whiteboard.
Got it.
Sort of took it out. But it could be. It does look similar enough that it could have been if you could see the rest of it.
Does the deceased person look like Segrin, since we all rescued him from the burning building?
Yeah, there's definitely a familial resemblance.
All right, so this might be the person who, like, he had a letter and then, God, just didn't get to send the mail for 10 days. Really? That's what a disappointment. Disappointing that you couldn't send the mail. Not disappointing, like, how dare you die instead of sending a mail? Like, that's awful. But
I mean, most.
All right.
I'm seeing all of the different weapons it could be in the comments. Also, keep in mind that we're still in a fantasy universe, so it could be like the tail of a demon, or it could be like someone's high-heeled shoe, or it could be I don't know, any number of things. I don't know if we can use an ice pick, Johnny O'Twitch, because I don't know if ice exists here.
Yeah,
Ice exists.
these are the proud Source Vikings down here in the Source lands, in this hot, beautiful Source land full of Source mythology and Sordic food.
Someone just poked him really hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grisabella's one of her fingers just. Does it look like, we know that the blood is dry, but does it look like this person bled out here, or that the body was moved and then the blood, whatever was left?
No, it looks like this was the
They were killed here.
spot in which they were murdered, yes.
And they're on the side of the street.
In an alley.
Oh, so why would someone try to summon, I mean, assuming this is summoning a demon, why would someone try to summon a demon in the middle of the city in an alleyway?
What if they're trying to sink it into the ground like the other one?
Oh, that maybe that's how it works, that you do things in the center of things, and then that makes
Thump. That's the sound it makes, by the way.
bump.
Oh, sure.
Thump.
Sure. Velnar is getting a little agitated that you were taking a very long time, and he's starting to huff and puff and pull at his suspenders.
Don't rush my process.
You know this
artist.
I will ask Velnar if he knows of any next of kin that are within the city limits.
Sure I know. I don't know where the boy worked, but I've got his home address, and the murder actually happened when he was on his way home from work, headed home to his wife.
What does he do?
He probably should have been headed to the post office.
It's right.
That's true. He owned a leather shop. Nice leather.
Leather.
Real cheap. I don't know why we're doing this now, but we are.
I like leather.
This is my cigar.
All of a sudden, you're like Groucho.
Yeah.
I keep changing it. Yeah.
What's his name? Velcro Marks? What? Velspot? What's your name?
Velcro, like Groucho and Harpo. Velcro.
Yeah.
Velcro.
I like Valspar better. That's even
Velspot.
just a paint swatch.
Yep.
Great.
Oh.
It's just so good.
Oh, man.
Can you go off the rails if you were ever on them to begin with?
Trains don't exist here.
No. Correct.
What are rails?
Oh, my gosh.
I'll
Yes,
teach you when I know
so
that.
next of kin is his wife, Bolnata.
What a lovely name.
When you make these names, do you just like get a bunch of alphabet dice and just roll them in a circle and see what
She plays Boggle.
So there's a name generator. And there was one that I saw this morning, and it was the greatest name I've ever seen in my life, and it was Gimgum. And I laughed for a solid 10 minutes. Because it just came up, and it was just Gimgum.
Who's Gimgum then?
That's the name of a gnome.
Oh,
Gimgum the
yeah.
gnome.
I was going to say Gimgum is the gnome stripper that is known to.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Bolnata. Like a
Bolnata.
fruit.
It sounds like an
that's
Italian
not what I
like
heard.
delicacy. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, you know what I want to order tonight? I want like a nice red wine and a bolnata.
Bolnota. Wait,
I
Bolnota.
actually did, and I spelled it with a G on my shirt on my sheet right now. It's Bolgnata. I assumed that it was Italian. Thanks, Butler. So
Wait, no. So it's how do you spell it then?
I have Volnata, but
Oh,
you can
all right.
put a G wherever you want.
Volnota. That's hard to say. Volnota. About.
Well, if you would like to head to Volnata, you're more than welcome to.
yes.
All right, so you head to the Hallgates home. They live in a comfortable single-story house not far from that alleyway. The curtains are drawn, and the house does seem to have light coming from inside, though. Like there may be a fire lit or something. So you're welcome to knock. Like
Yes.
the door.
Grisabella, get back from the door.
Right.
The door opens slightly, and a woman peeks out. She says, "Hello, may I help you?"
Good day, Volnata. We are here about your husband's death. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Definitely not hear about your name.
Yes, thank you. It's very sad. Would you like to come in?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we would like to ask you a few questions. Can
All right.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, you notice that it is a very neat, tidy, small home, and there is just a small table, chairs on one side of the room, a small cooking space, and on the other side there is a little passageway into a well-lit bed chamber. And in that bed chamber is just a very simple bed and a little armchair, and on that armchair is a beautiful dress draped across it.
Oh no. Were they going to get married?
They were already married.
But then what the hell's the dress for?
What's the dress? No. Nice dress, Volnota.
Were you? Did you do it and then you bought the dress to celebrate your husband's death?
Please,
What? No, please, stop.
Come on,
That's
simmer
very
down.
bad, Clee.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that I hurt my husband?
No, not at all. She just gets a little excited. You're fine.
We've had some very difficult times recently, and I'm so sorry. Your husband, in his letter, intimated that the town that you are in has also had some very difficult happenings. Maybe that had something to do with his death. What do you know about that?
I don't. Oh, I know what he's talking about. 2 of his friends died under mysterious circumstances, and he got really scared, and he talked about moving us to family in, is it Elder Guard, right?
Elder Guard, yeah, correct.
Yeah, I didn't want to go because this is where my life is and where my friends are. But he was so scared, and I wish I had done it because now he's gone.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
The
Also,
whole town is also in the
yeah,
pits
the whole
now.
town has gone too. It wouldn't have been a good idea.
This was absolutely the right decision. The whole town just went thonk, into hell. Into hell.
Oh
It's
Yeah.
fine.
it's okay, yeah.
Most of us made it back. Actually, you may know that some of his relatives, or it would please you potentially to know that some of his relatives made it here, Vasha and Segren.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
They're just
right.
outside of the city gates.
He was telling me about them. Oh, well, fantastic. I'll make sure to get you all in so I may see them. Because you have family here, and that helps you with your paperwork.
Oh,
I've heard.
we know a lot about paperwork.
Yes.
Quick question. Did
Yes.
you have any enemies that you know of? Anybody who held a grudge or wanted
no.
him ill?
No, not at all. He was just a very hard worker and very nice. And he didn't have any enemies.
Follow-up quick question. So the friends that passed on that he was worried about, did they happen to be related to him as well?
No. Not
Oh.
that I know of.
I
Did
wasn't
they
sure.
also work at the leather shop?
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about them, maybe, perhaps?
They like to drink. That's all I know. He would go meet them at the bar.
At the bar. Which bar?
Do you know?
Many of them.
Do you know where they were killed? Like, was it back alleys?
I don't know anything about their deaths, only that they happened and they were terrible.
That is an interesting proposition, just some guy, Tennessee. I don't know if I guess I could write something in Infernal, but maybe. Knowing Infernal, I could probably write just like, hey, how's it going? In Infernal, and it probably wouldn't summon anything. Probably. I don't know yet.
While you do that and kind of keep her distracted, I'm just going to take a little look, see around. Just.
Oh, please do. Please. There's not much to see, as you can tell. I'm very humble here.
Yep. I'd like to go check out the dress if I can.
Oh, that dress! Would you like to see it up close? It's so beautiful. Yes, I was wearing it out dancing last night.
You were dancing last night?
Oh,
in a separate location than when your husband was?
Yes.
What were you doing?
What was I doing?
Yes. Why were you going out dancing? Was there a celebration? Was there a party, a particular festival of some kind?
Oh, no. I just love to go out dancing with my friends. It's something I enjoy doing, especially when my husband goes out drinking with the boys. I go out dancing with the girls.
Were you only dancing with the girls?
Yes.
No other boys?
Glee, not every character here is gay. Hang on.
You don't know that.
I don't actually.
I'm just making sure she wasn't being unfaithful to her husband and giving someone a reason to possibly murder him.
Right, but that wouldn't necessarily explain why the other two people were murdered, unless all of these women had their husbands murdered. And I feel like she would have maybe mentioned that.
So I'm going to go look at that dress, see if there's any blood on it. Or just...
accomplice. You don't want to mention that. That's why you got to beat him into telling it.
So the dress that you see, it's strikingly exquisite. It's laid out very carefully because it is so beautiful, and it wouldn't be out of place in a noble woman's wardrobe. I mean, we're talking like beautiful silks, really, really fine embroidery, and little gemstones sewn into it. And in this very humble, working class, single-story home, it looks extremely out of place.
Is it big?
Is it big?
Big.
Like too big for her, or like a big poofy dress?
Are you going to try to put it on? Don't do that.
It is human size. She's a slender, average height human.
Well, there's no tail hole, clearly.
No, there is not.
I was thinking about putting it in my backpack.
No. Not that. No.
This one's fetch a pretty penny.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why we shouldn't take it. Which, good question, though. So, Bolnata, you clearly have a lovely home, but it does seem very sparsely furnished. How are you able to afford such finery?
Oh, it was a gift. My friend Harwin always says I should go dancing more and that I should wear something special when I go dancing. He made this just for me. Isn't that nice of him?
Harwin.
So there is another boy. I knew it.
It could be a friend, but that is a little strange.
Friend who's a boy.
Yes. Friend who's a boy. Harwin. Harwin's Garments and Knit Shop.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me. We're very good friends.
Good friends.
Clee, calm down.
Oh.
You're welcome to go ask him about it.
We certainly will. Does he know anything else about the two other men who happened to be murdered?
I don't know for sure. I don't think he knew them any better than I did, but you can certainly ask.
Sure. All right. Is there anywhere else that we might inquire of the identity of those two other men? Maybe there are similarities that we are not aware of yet.
Well, I'm sure the Flaming Fist knows more. They know everything. They're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the symbol-y thing either. That's a little ridiculous.
But were you going to do something with Infernal?
Oh yes, I have written down on a piece of paper, probably on the back of the note itself, especially if she's got like a decent home. I'm sure she's got a pen and quill somewhere nearby. Yeah, so I would basically just write, I don't know, pizza with sausage around the side or something. And see what it.
The pizza monsters are coming. No.
If I summon the Pizza Huts from doing this,
Oh,
I'm so irritated.
Like,
It's not even in my spell. I can't do that. And summon a chill touch and random flames. But all right. Does any of this seem recognizable to you?
I broke my D20.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, it looks like the writing. Hang on. And she goes into the bedroom and reaches under the bed and pulls out an old wooden box and passes it to you.
Ooh.
And as you examine the box, it is inlaid with silver infernal runes at the bottom underneath. And the inscription is written in Infernal, and I'm sure you are going to read it since you read Infernal.
Yes, but probably not reading it out loud. I don't actually want to summon anything.
Sure. The inscription reads, "Hell and back again."
But
what is this, a Hobbit reference? I don't quite know. Oh, so what can I get in the box?
Sure. When you open the box, there's no lock on it. Inside is a pair of leather lenses with dark red crystal. And the frame of the lens is emblazoned with the emblem of a horse's head on a sunburst. Known as Eyes of the Eagle. Ta-da, you found treasure.
Ooh, I mean, but it's treasure that someone else owns, so I don't want to necessarily... Don't even, Grisabella, don't you think about it. No. It's in a box emblazoned with infernal writing, and I'm standing in front of the freaking owner. Maybe don't do this right now.
Put 'em on. Put 'em on. Put 'em on.
Hold on. I'll put them on.
All right.
Just gonna snatch them out of my hands.
Really, nothing too crazy happens to you. The only thing is that you get advantage to see in the dark.
Oh, well.
And it's light inside, but they look great on you.
Oh, I bet they do. Wait, hold on.
Yes!
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can.
They also look like, can I interest you in everything all over the world?
Yes.
Right? Thank you for knowing what that is. Anyway. All right. So, yes, Eyes of the Eagle.
I mean, nice.
Actually, I should probably give these to Clee since I can already see in the dark.
Yeah.
Right, we both can, kind of.
If anyone has wants to do an intelligence check.
Ooh, all right.
I guess.
Oh.
I don't have any bonuses to that, but I can
20.
They don't fit.
I'm not going to even bother rolling if Grisabella got a
Yeah, I got a 20.
All right.
All right. So you recognize that little symbol, that horse's head on a sunburst, as the heraldry of the Hell Riders.
Oh, this is the heraldry of the Riders.
Yes.
Hell Riders.
Yep.
Riders. Yep.
I don't know. Can I do like a, I don't know, knowledge arcana to know what that is, or knowledge? Is that a knowledge religion? What the heck are the Hell Riders?
The only thing that you could know is if you have history.
Let's try it.
I've got a +2.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, I'll give it a shot.
Oh lordy, no! I got a 4.
That is an aggregate 20, so 18.
Yay!
All right. You just know that it has something to do with group of soldiers. It's a heraldry of soldiers.
Bolnata, were these something from a family heirloom?
Oh, yes. I've never actually looked inside it. I've just seen the outside, and it had that weird writing on it.
Right. So, based on that letter, I know that your family, or at least your husband's family, used to be in Eldergard, and used to, I guess they all knew one another from some kind of battle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about that?
I really don't. I'm so sorry. I wish I had more information for you, but they were very close. I could imagine that was why they were. I don't know.
Are they
really sad?
I understand.
Are they a
You're
part
saying
of
they were war buddies.
a fantasy biker gang?
No. No, I think this is the festive patches, yes. Well, I think that we clearly have some more investigation to do, but I think this is a very important clue. Grisabella put them back.
Well, they might be useful.
Grisabella, I think part of the reason why this person was getting targeted was because of these glasses.
So we should keep them to stop this poor woman from getting targeted.
I don't know that that's necessarily it. It might have something to do with a lineage thing. Stop. If you want to come back and get them later, then figure it out. But not right
Put
now.
them in your pocket.
Can I do a sleight of hand?
Yes, you may.
While I'm looking at you, seriously?
If I roll high enough, I might be able to pull it off. You know, da 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 da. Look at this hand while I'm doing crazy stuff with this one.
I can't.
Oh no!
Nope.
It's a not one.
So as you try to put the glasses into your pocket, you end up tripping backwards, stumbling into the entirety of the cabinet of cookware in the kitchen, and knock over every single pot and pan in the kitchen, sending them clattering to the floor as every eye in the room and all the neighbors outside turn to see what the heck just happened.
But I do it gracefully.
All I see is
Yeah. Have you ever seen a cat like absolutely like wreck something and then they're just like,
But do you skitter away afterwards as quickly as possible and hide behind a couch?
no, there are no couches in here.
She probably poofed accidentally though and has to like unpoof herself like
Volnata looks at you and says, I think you should just go now. I'll see you later.
Yes.
That's fair.
Thank you for that information.
Yes.
Also targeted because of my glasses. Yes. All right. So legitimately, two things I'm thinking of this right now is, yes, we need to investigate this dress because there's no reason why this woman should have this dress. It's so expensive.
That's way too fancy.
All right. But thing two, I think that our dear friend Billiam may be able to assist us in this investigation as well because he has the history of the town going all the way back. And he might actually be able to tell us about these, I don't know, the biker gang on horses.
Billiam's dead though, right? I was thinking
but
that.
he wrote the books that we brought with it. He insisted on writing all of those historical tomes and then he brought them all with him.
Oh.
So he probably has a whole historical accounting of every person that was involved in this war or whatever it was, and what might have happened to them, why they might be getting targeted by this
Right.
Did we bring all his books?
I think we did. I think he insisted on it.
Right, we did.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Should we, before we go back to look at the books, should we question some other people?
Yeah.
I mean, so I think we should talk to the fisty people again.
Let's talk to the fisting people. And
keep doing this now.
So you are in the garment district at the moment. So what
Oh,
I
good.
would suggest personally is while you're here, the leather shop is that way. which there's really no reason to go in there. But then the dress shop is across the street, down the road a bit.
Ah, yeah, let's go.
Kind of trying to make a little errand list. I would start there.
Yes.
All right.
If we're already here.
What was his name again? It was
Erwin.
Erwin. Yes.
Erwin.
Erwin.
Sure.
Yes, I suppose we'll go into the dress shop first and see what's going on and how he came about making that dress.
All right. So you head out, and as poor Bolnata is picking up all of the pots and pans off the floor, you make your way down a few blocks. It's located 2 doors down and across the street from Marcus's leather goods shop. The ground floor of the house, you can see through the glass window, is the shop front and probably a workshop. And then there's a little apartment on top of that dress shop that you can see from the outside. And if you see in the windows, there's lots of beautiful mannequins covered in beautiful draped silks and some wonderful garments all set up, beautifully decorated in that window with a very bright sign that reads Harwin's Garments and Knits.
Harwin. Got it.
Sure, I suppose we'll go in and see if we can speak to him.
All right. As you enter, a little bell goes ting ting as you push the door open, and you enter into that beautifully decorated front portion, and you can see down just 1 or 2 little stairs, there is a big workshop in the back that is all cluttered and covered with all sorts of things. You don't see anyone in the shop. It is morning. They have just opened. But you do hear some rummaging and some clanging noises coming from the workshop. Well, you don't really see anybody.
Gonna go check out the workshop.
Yeah, I guess so. Grisabella, do you want to try to do that stealthily, or do we want to just go walk around?
I could do it stealth. Yeah, let me be a cat for a second.
Sure. Of course, we just came out of a building where you knocked over literally every pot and pan in the entire house, so we'll see how this goes. But
I meant to do that.
I'm sure
that was on purpose, obviously.
Purpose.
All right.
See, that's a bad one right there. That's the example of a bad
It was
one.
positively perfect.
Gonna murder you like everyone else in the show who's gotten murdered. It's great.
All right.
You'd be lying if you didn't enjoy it.
Do I need to refer to the book? Should I refer to the book? Is this going to be
always refer to the book?
Always. That's a good.
And permission to use the research and what I pull out of it in a book.
Yes.
Age 31. I don't know.
It's
yes.
Perfect. It's
all right.
Literally. All right. So I rolled a 16.
Okay, so you kitty cat your way to the back of the store, and you kitty cat your way around all the tables, and you kitty cat your way around some mannequins, and you see behind a table the tip of what looks to be a red cone shape moving back and forth.
See, no.
Excuse me, may I help you?
Is it? Wait, where did I see? I saw it like on the other side of a table. I just like hop up on the table and I like kind of like down at him. I'm like, hello.
All right, you see a little gnome with a little white beard, and he looks up at you horrified because he didn't see you or hear you come to the back of the store. May I assist you with something, ma'am?
Are you Harwin?
Oh, no, I'm not Harwin. My name is Zook. I am Harwin's assistant at your service. Please don't smack my hat again.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It was just a little too enticing. I won't do it again.
His name is Zoog.
Try. So Zoog. Right. So do you know where Harwin is?
Oh, yes, he must have just left before I got here. He had said something about going to get some more sheep, and check on the shearing of the sheep, which is odd because he just got the shearings of the sheep just a few days ago, and we have plenty, but that's Harwin. I never know what he's going to do next. No, he's not here.
Great. Do you know anything about possibly a very expensive dress going to the poor lady down the street?
Oh, yes, that poor lady. She's very nice and a great customer of Harwin's. He even used the last of our Theskian silk to make that dress. Yes, he did.
That sounds very expensive.
Yes, just a bit. I think our little lady is very much fancied by Mr. Harwin.
I knew it!
I mean, don't intimidate the poor woman, honey.
Please stop trying to hurt me.
You're not. I'm sorry.
You're
No
too
one is
small.
trying to hurt you.
You're
Says
also
the small
small,
bird.
Clee. Like, hang on, you're 2 feet tall. You might be nose to nose at this person.
He is a very big bird.
The largest bird I've ever seen.
Yes.
Anyway, I will tell you that I'm so sorry you missed Master Harwin. The tea in his mug was still warm, believe it or not, so he must have just left.
So we should probably go in do you know which direction he would have gone in?
Oh, toward the gate, I'm sure of it. Why don't you come in for a moment? I would love to show you around. Finest shop in all of the lower gate.
All right, here's the thing. Grisabella and Clee, not that I'm used to separating people, but I don't necessarily believe this person either. He might still be hiding here, but maybe since the two of you are faster than me, you can go run out and see if you can catch him.
Sounds great.
And if you can, then let me know. But otherwise, I'm also going to look around by investigating the shop and making sure he's not just hiding behind a curtain somewhere so that we'll go away.
That sounds great.
All
Clee
right.
will fly. She can get a bird's eye view.
Yes, actually, I'm sure you can. So go ahead and do the thing. And
And
I
I'm
will
just
say,
gonna run with Clee, following her.
Before we go, what does he look like so we
Right.
know who we're looking for?
Yes, what does he look like?
Oh, well, he's a small man with very ladylike features, slender hands and little feet and little glasses that he wears. You might not be able to see him, though, because he'd be riding in a caravan on its way out the gate.
So look
Great.
for a caravan.
Look
Got
for caravan. Got it. All right, off we go.
good luck.
All right, as you two are racing through the streets back toward where the gate would be, Keziah, you are going to investigate the store, correct?
Yes, I want to make sure that he's not. It's a little too convenient. I mean, it is possible that he straight up just left. I don't know that this assistant person knows exactly where he went.
Sure.
But he might also just be straight up hiding here, or there might be some evidence here that he's trying to hide.
Sure. So since you've decided to stay, Zook gets very excited. He's like, oh, please take a look around. As you can see, this is the finest dress and knit shop in all of Baldur's Gate. On this half, we have some of the finest silk garments and embroidery. And this half, my particular favorite, are all the knit goods that you could possibly want. Anything from hats to socks to sweaters, made with the finest materials. We show you around. If you want to roll a perception for me, please.
Is that yes? All right, actual perception. All right. Straight up 13, right in the middle. Yes, and on the last episode we split the party. Yes. Well, we knew we were all going to die. It's all right.
You're good. Yes, you don't see anything in the shop that looks out of place in particular. But you do know that there's a second floor.
All right. I would definitely want to go up and check out the second floor. I would also imagine that all the things that are made here, when he's saying high quality, like they are expensive, right? This is not
Yes.
a cheap place
No.
to purchase anything.
Not at all.
So yeah, either this, maybe this gentleman is showing specific favor to her to get to her for something. And if that's the case, I wonder if that's part of why her husband is dead as well. And maybe that has something to do. Ooh, maybe there's a demon summoning circle upstairs.
Well, you split the party, so let's find out.
I know. I'm curious now.
All right. So as you go upstairs, Zook unlocks the door. You walk in and see it is an apartment, Harwin's apartment. It's neat. It's humble, sparsely decorated. There's some trinkets and drawings, but nothing really expensive up here. There's a small desk that has some designs on it for some garments, some, just little sewing knickknacks here and there. There is a little tiny kitchen that's also very neat and tidy. The only thing that you see out of sorts is a blood-stained wash basin.
The hell?
Oh, just a little thing. It's fine.
You know how well bloody basins have been going in this game?
Yeah, I guess so.
Whee!
Yeah. I'll say, Zook, do you know anything about this?
Oh, well, look at that. Oh, goodness gracious. This is unusual. He must have cut himself shaving. Yes, that must be it. Oh, and look at this.
He reaches into the basin and sees that a bloodied cloth rests on the side. And Zook kind of looks at it, bewildered.
What's wrong with the cloth? You know more about garments than anyone. Why is that special?
Oh, well, it's unusual that Harwin would have used this cloth to fix himself up if he cut himself shaving. These are his knitting cloths used to polish his fine brass knitting needles.
Somebody in the comments got it right. That's insane. Good for you, whoever picked up on that. That's fabulous. Oh my God, this is awful. And I have no cell phone to tell my friends.
You split the party, huh?
I did, but I really thought that he might be hiding in here.
Yeah?
You seriously stop
Just pulls out the knitting needle.
What you gonna do, Keziah?
I can try to run after them, I suppose, but they're already I also know that those two are the ones that are the heavy hitters. So even if I have to run to catch up, they're going to be good for it.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, it is up to you. This is about all you see.
Yeah.
In that space.
I will tell Zoog to contact the is it the hand, the fist?
The fist, yes.
Contact the fist immediately.
All right.
It's important.
All right.
Zook will do this. Please don't hurt Zook.
I will not hurt you, but you've got to do this for me immediately, and don't touch anything. And then I'm going to go run down the stairs and run outside.
All right. So you are in hot pursuit of the other two. So the other two, you run, and I'm assuming between the flying and the kitty cat leaping from building to building, you make it there relatively fast because the street is busy with traffic to and from the gate. But you do come upon a caravan of two simple covered wagons, and they seem to be heading right out the gate.
Clea's gonna try to land in front of the front wagon and be like, "Stop!"
As you do this, I'm not even having roll for it because that's hilarious. You spook the horses.
Yay!
And the caravan just stops because I can't imagine that going any other way.
That's perfect. All right. So I would like to just kind of take a little peek-see into these caravans.
As you are peeking in, you see that the front wagon has 4 people in it, all big, thuggish merchant types. And in that second one, you see 3 big thuggish merchant types and a small man in a very brightly colored silk tunic with little glasses and slender fingers and a very meek demeanor.
Herwin, darling. You want to make me a dress?
As you say this, the man looks at you, eyes burning,
Oh God.
glowing, tilts his head. He says, "Hello, friend. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. Thank you for bringing them to me. You can have him now." And at that, Harwin shakes, almost in a seizure, throws his head back, shrieks, and collapses to the floor.
Clee? Yeah? We've got demon stuff happening, and I'm too squishy for this.
Where's the demon? I'll punch it in the face.
Back here. Well, I don't know. Is he a demon? He sort of collapsed and did a wiggly thing.
Oh,
I poke him.
please gonna come over and give him a shake.
All right, between the poking and the shaking, you awaken little Harwin, and he blinks twice, looks at you, and says, "Yes."
Are you a
Can I
demon?
help you? What?
Are you a demon?
Please stop shouting. I'm no demon. Although my glasses are very dirty and I feel terrible.
He's body hopping.
Oh.
Why were you shaking me?
The
'Cause
demon.
apparently you were hopping bodies, or something was. I don't know.
He said something about take him, and then I'm gonna go. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something about you can take him now, or have him now, or take. He obviously hopped bodies to somewhere else.
So
running in the background.
you mean the demon hopped bodies?
The demon hopped bodies. Amy,
No, so
look,
he wasn't
look.
hopping. The demon's hopping.
his eyes were glowing, and then he said something strange, and then he did a shaky shake, and then he fell to the ground, and now he's not possessed anymore. So clearly, the demon was inside Herwin, and then popped out somewhere else.
Is the demon a rabbit? Because it's hopping.
Yes.
All right, Keziah, I will assume you've caught up with them.
Keziah, thank God. Okay, this is what happened.
All right.
So, I was looking in the little caravan, and then Herwin here was he was sitting there, and then all of a sudden his eyes glowed, and he said something about leaving him, taking him. I don't remember exactly what happened, and then he did this little shaky shake, and then flopped to the ground. And I think that the demon is body hopping.
All
He's
right.
a demon rabbit. 'Cause he
A demon
hops.
rabbit. Yep.
Sure. Number 1, can I do a knowledge arcana to see what the heck is going on with this in terms of a demon, based on the description of a demon body hopping?
Sure.
I'll give this a shot and find out.
You said Arcana, right?
I think either arcana, or I don't know if it would. I don't know what this would count for. It's not.
Arcana.
All right. It's
Arcana.
either like an arcana or a religion, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that fell off the table. That doesn't count. All right. Stop doing that. All right. All right. That is a 20. Yep. Not aggregate 20. It's 18 plus 2.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Let me just make sure I have. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes to make sure I'm not going to say this wrong.
Yeah.
No. You do notice that the idea of the body hopping is referring to a demon known as Garazol. Garazol has been known to it has a clever magical influence and can hop from person to person. And it's sort of this subtle voice in your head that can convince you of things.
How is Garazol summoned?
You do not know that information. It It is an ancient knowledge that is not known to you at this time.
He might have popped out of somebody's chest. Well, all right. Here's the thing. I think it's probably Segrin. I think it's going for Segrin. And he's just outside the gate, and he's unconscious. And he's going to be the most easy victim to possess at this point. So we should go.
Unconscious too. Last time we checked, I think.
Right.
Okie dokie. So let's go then, I guess.
Yes. So we should run outside. And here's a weird question, and I don't know, DM, if this would be cool or not. I have no idea if I can contact my lover, who is the Pegasus, but if there's a way that I could potentially try to reach out to them, this is the moment when I should reach out to my Pegasus boyfriend and see if he can come by and give us a hand.
Peggy.
Ooh.
Enjoys pegging. Good time.
I don't see why not. I'm sure that you had made like some kind of like Sasquatch call to each other, like a bird call. You know.
We had a moment. I mean, I don't know how long it would take for them to get over here. They can fly, but I want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, for the sake of time, I will explain that yes, you can absolutely do your little Squatch call to your Pegasus, and they'll probably be there by the end of the day. You know, You've got that bond. I wouldn't take that from you. You just know in your heart when you need each other.
Yes.
As you bring this new information to Flame Fallburn, explaining why it is imperative, A, to get everyone through the doors, or through the gate, and B, that you've solved the murder. Flame Fallburn is very grateful, and now that you actually have a family member inside the gates, she's more than happy to let you through. The good thing is that you do have all of Billiam's books with you. And on closer inspection of those books, you see that one entire book is dedicated to that Hellriders group. And how historically they have been known to fight
Riders in the sky.
So, you've made it through the gates. You've figured out that it is actually Garazol who's been causing all of these problems. You've delivered Volus, poor Volus, who probably is just a chick with no teeth.
Right. No, yeah. I feel kind of bad about that. But also, I mean, I would want to make sure that Segrin, if he's still unconscious, is maybe like chained to his bed at this point in case he gets possessed by a demon.
So, yes, Bolnata is very happy to greet Vasha and Segrin into her home, and is absolutely more than happy to take care of all of you, and has no issue tying him down to a bed. He's not going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, like, hey, sorry, I know that hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but tie down your husband. He's a demon, maybe. I'm like,
does the book allude to anybody else that we know who's still alive who might be part of this soldier group thing?
Yeah.
No, but a message has been sent out to find other members of that group, possibly in the city.
Right.
So congratulations, you have done it.
Yay!
Yes.
Sort of. I know. The trouble is, this is our last episode.
No. I get it, but it's also, I wonder. This is the background thing. I wonder if we are also partially the cause, because at the beginning of all of this, there was a demon that was summoned through a guy's chest, and now I'm wondering, after he vanished, if this is the same demon. Did we just say, well, screw it, we're just gonna let him go do his own thing, and this is his own thing? I don't know. That's
that was a lesser devil.
Oh, right.
That's
That's
the
the same one.
Okay.
He did seem like he had burning vengeance in his heart.
Yes.
He seemed like he had burning nap time in his heart.
Yes.
Yeah, he but demons are liars, so that's why I was a little.
I always have burning nap time in my heart.
She recognizes it.
I do. I understand.
Like recognizes like yes.
Well, a huge thank you to everyone for playing today. And before we go, we have a final round of confessions.
Oh boy. All right. The actual last paragraph of this book, because it seems relevant, of course. She might get mean again, too, Haley thought. Now that Roz and Mitch were married and Mitch was living at Harper House, she'd been quiet for a while, but it didn't mean she'd stay quiet. If and when the whirlwind resumed, Haley intended to be ready for it.
Clee didn't get to punch a demon, which is kind of sad. Clee was really hoping to get to punch a demon, but knowing that the demon is a bunny and was hopping between everybody, Clee doesn't want to give the teeth back to the lady even though she's innocent. They're Clee's teeth now.
Ooh, well, that was fun. Oh, what a little adventure we just had. I mean, we fought bees. We made a love connection between a warlock and a Pegasus. I think I found my true calling as a private detective, although I really think that I should probably look around Baldur's Gate for a nice wealthy widow, because I think I'm ready to settle down, don't you think? Yeah. Cheers.
All right, and that was our final confessions of this game. And now, thank you everyone for joining us. Before I bring everybody back in, we also fought pizza. Thank you for reminding us. I do have a couple of things I want to make sure everyone knows about before we say goodnight. First of all, make sure that you check out the Dungeons & Dragons Scotland and England Castle Tour. That would be July 2nd through the 9th, 2022. And that's at renadventures.com. That's where you get more information on that one. And also, we are doing all sorts of different games all week long. Today is Tuesday with our final chapter of Oops All Treasures, but next week we are back with a new season, and it's going to get absolutely ridiculous. And yes, you may just see Salami there as well. Wednesday, tomorrow at 12:30 is Creating with the Crew. 8 p.m. is World Spirit Tarot with Madame Ansa. Thursday at 9 a.m., Sonnets with Shakespeare. And I hope that you are all going out and buying some pink underwear to give him and confuse him very, very much. 10 p.m. is Gothic Horror Gaming with some familiar faces. And Sunday, SideQuest Gobblonia. And also don't forget about Savage Moon Sundays. And Monday is, of course, Glamour Hobo Bedtime Tales, your favorite and mine. And yes, Salami might be back to beat drum, and Salami might actually have a drum now, so keep an eye out for that. But I'm going to bring back in our wonderful players, and I would like to thank you so much for being a part of this fantastic little journey that we have been on. Any parting words that you would like to share before we sign off for the evening?
I guess just for us, Nat 21 Adventures, we're going to be doing, we're continuing with the Gothic Horror Gaming, so that's at 10 p.m. on Thursday nights, and we are continuing with our Victorian tale. It's a little bit different. Now we're in New Orleans, which is real exciting. And just as a reminder for people to continue to bother Paulo that Tom and I should go to the London tour so that we can run a Jack the Ripper game, because that is our plan. If we get to go to do that, then we will run a Jack the Ripper adventure based in the 1800s for that tour.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Don't stop writing butt poetry.
True. Absolutely true.
Poetry.
Don't forget to check out
3D2
our cool dice boxes. We've got this kind. We've got this kind. We are working on a new kind that can include a mini, and we're working on making dice, and we can do all sorts of other wood things. Like this is pretty cool, and this is pretty cool, and just all the stuff. So give us a like on Facebook if you can at 3D2U, just like the thingy says. Or check out 3d2u.org, and you can order custom orders as well. So if anything is fun for you and you have an idea in your head, we can work with you and try to make it come to life.
Fantastic. And I just want to thank you all so much for joining us for this wonderful adventure. Those of you who have stuck with us from the first, we salute you here with an Oops All Treasures. This is a wonderful project that I have been wanting to do forever and ever. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me guest GM here on this channel. This has been an absolute blast. And before we go, let's have a nice little hip hip huzzah! Our wonderful friends. I wish you all the best, a very happy and healthy rest of your week, and we will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.